This video is a companion piece to the instructions supplied with your greenhouse. It is also designed to give you a quick look into the ease and usability of your Brighton greenhouse. Before starting, please refer to the assembly instructions included with your greenhouse and become familiar with the safety advice and the tools needed. Also take the time to match all the components with the parts list. This will get you familiar with each piece and help you identify them during assembly. We begin with the base frame. Take the end of each base and fold them at a 90-degree angle. Bend the screw flap to line up with the other hole and screw them together. Slide the ends into the center base supports and bolt them together. When the base is complete, take the 4 corner supports and attach them to each corner. Loosely place nuts and bolts on the relative holes on the base of the frame. These will be used later to hold the wall and the door supports. Attach the rear wall supports to the base and bolt them down. Slide a bolt down each support to be used later. Attach the bolts to the rear panel support and slide it down each rear support. Secure it to the corner supports and attach it to the angle supports. Attach the angle supports using the bolts placed earlier. Take this time to confirm which direction you would like your greenhouse door to open. The front door supports have hinge holes on one side, so you'll have to make sure that they're on the correct side. Once you've decided, firmly attach each support to the existing bolts. Slide bolts down the front support to be used later. Attach the front panel supports to each side of the door frame. Then attach to the corner supports. Attach the angle supports to the corner and the base. Take the clear panels and slide them bubble side out. Make sure each panel is lined up correctly and touching the base of the greenhouse. Insert a bolt in each side support to be used later. Take the PVC clips and slide them over each panel, making sure the ridged edge is out. Carefully place the side panel cap over each side of the greenhouse. Make sure the panel is lined up and secure. Use the existing bolts to attach in the middle and add bolts to secure the ends. Slide in 2 bolts in each bracket and loosely attach a nut. Line up the bolts to the existing holes in the front and the back of your greenhouse. Make sure the panels are secured between them. Now to begin building your greenhouse roof. Take the same corner support brackets you used on the base and loosely attach a bolt and nut to the lower front section of both. Slide each piece on the top front clear panel. Secure it in place with a lower roof brace. Slide in the front roof panels. Before adding the front section, be sure to slide a bolt in both sides of the door frame supports. Carefully secure the front roof section by securing the 2 bolts on each side, as well as the bolts that we placed earlier in the door frames. Now take the 3 clear back panels and slide them into place. Take the corner supports and loosely add bolts and nuts to the first and third holes of the front of each, then secure. Take the main roof support and put it in place. Firmly bolt it down, making sure that the holes are lining up with the existing roof holes. Loosely place the nuts and bolts on both sides of the existing holes to be used later. Now it's time to assemble the roof window. Attach 2 bolts and nuts to both sides of the window support hardware. Slide the hardware into the roof support tracks. Place the roof support tracks where you'd like to have your window. The window should go in the center section and not the ends. Slide in the half section of the opaque roof panels. Slide on the lower roof panel clips until they snap in place. Slide 2 bolts and attach the window support bracket. Now install the remaining roof panel supports. Now it's time to install the remaining opaque roof panels. Before sliding each into place, slide a PVC bracket over the top. Slide in each panel and secure with the roof panel clips. Screw in the support caps between each panel. Now begin assembling your roof ventilation door. Slide in the rubber seals on both sides of the window. Add the top and the bottom pieces of the door and attach with screws. Now take the rubber stops and place them on both sides of the window. This will be used to keep the door from sliding out of place. Install the ventilation door by placing it in the hinge slot at a 90-degree angle. From here, it'll lay down and be even with the roof. Take the self-adjusting window support and place the locking bolts into the holes. Lock the window supports into place on the door and panel support. Make sure that it's the center of the window. From here, you'll be able to open and close your ventilation door as much as needed in your greenhouse. Now it's time to install the greenhouse door. Start off by installing the hinges onto the door frame. The top and bottom hinges consist of 2 pieces each. Line them up and securely bolt them onto the frame. Lay down the top and bottom clear panel supports and connect them with the center door support. Slide in 2 bolts to be used later. Slide in the side supports of the door. Attach the top support and screw it securely into place. Now you're ready to slide in the hinge and the latch bolts. Slide in 6 bolts on the side where you'll be installing the hinges. Then slide in a single bolt opposite side for your latch. On the latch side, slide in the rubber seal. Now attach the T-bracket in both hinges. Leave the hinges loose so they can be lined up when installing the door. Screw on the lower bracket of the door. When screwing on the bracket side, include the latch magnet. Make sure the magnet is facing the front of the door. Install the back plate in the latch at the gap of the center door support using the bolts you slid earlier. Slide in the inside handle, making sure it's pointing outside the door. Snap in the front brackets and attach the front handle. Secure it using a long bolt and nut. Begin to install the door by lining up both hinges, inserting the pins, and tightening the bolts. Now it's time to add the roof and rain gutter caps. Attach the correct rain gutter cap to each corner of the greenhouse and secure. Slide on the roof caps. Stabilize the panels by installing clips in each hole of the base. Make sure each one snaps and is flush with the base and the panels. Now your greenhouse is complete, ready to fill with your favorite plants and produce while offering years of enjoyment. Welcome to the Brighton Greenhouse family.